Hello. It's Wednesday, the 1st of October. October 2025. The year's almost over. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in multiple series within Real Racing 3 Update 13.6. And this is part 12. 12 of that mini-series. Right, let's get the game on screen. Boom, bit of audio. Okay, so we do have a bit of a lull at this moment in time. At the moment, they're releasing one event every week. But this week's event, I won't be doing. I did open it up, but I won't be doing it because I can't complete it. I can't get any rewards. I don't want to waste gold on this particular car. For those that didn't see before, effectively, the World Rally Championship Series consists of 3 cars. And I own all 3 of them. But only one have I got fully, well, I say fully upgraded, only one have I got upgraded to 3 across the board, which is the Toyota GR Yaris Rally 1 Hybrid. See, technically, you only need 1 out of the 3 cars to complete both series on the motorsport side. So there's no point in spending gold upgrading the Ford just to complete the limited series event. So I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. No value to be had. No reward to be taken. No point in doing that particular limited series on this occasion. Jozu enters the chat on the YouTube side, says hello Guardian, hello back, welcome along, good to see you again. Thank you for watching, thank you for saying hello in the chat. So this evening, again, it's going to be just racing in multiple series, including the weekly time trial and the online multiplayer tournament. Now let's hope the online multiplayer tournament is working. Now we'll just have a quick look at the weekly time trial. I did have a go at that yesterday. Lord Night Moon enters the chat and says hello. Hello back. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. So as always, I say as always, when I've got a car fully upgraded, I can get into Group C, but that's as far as I can get. So I do have the Bugatti Divo already upgraded. So if you look at my notifications, there's very few. It does say I have got a car with a sale on, so I'll come on to that. And obviously that'll be the car in the online multiplayer tournament. But I think just to warm up, we're going to start with this. As you can see, the Divo does appear to be the fastest car by quite a considerable margin. I'm going to have to go some to get into Group B. But where I am, I'm only 6,420. So again, it says to me, not lots of people have registered a time yet. Do I ever go with the Aston Martin? Oh, decisions. Let's have a look. 232, I mean, not even close. Acceleration, not even close. Braking's a bit better. Grip isn't, though. Yeah, I think the Bugatti Divo wins hands down. We'll just have a couple of goes with this. We'll pause that there. Jozu says, can you help me with the first Porsche Cayman campaign? Always come in second place. Oh, right, okay, yeah. We'll take a look. We'll take a look. Yeah, we'll have a look. You'll have to tell me which tier and which racing that tier you're having a problem with. Aaron C. John says hello. Hello, Aaron C. John. Welcome along. And Aaron C. John says, I am third with the Agera. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. And the Agera. That is really good, actually. That is really good. Massey Edge Gamer says, hello. Today I played a Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. All right. Very good. Right. Let's see what we can do. Oh, look. I've got no shadow. Oh, dear. We'll just go round. Mistake made already. First race of the day. As always, being an old man, need to warm up. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I'll tell you what, my second game might be a bit better. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have a look at that. So I do remember there being an issue with one of the Porsche series. And indeed, I seem to remember there being an issue on one of the limited series. For the very same car. Virtual Medical Doctor Ayaka says hello. Hello. Welcome along. Thank you for joining. Good to see you again. Right. Okay. So we were rubbish there. Let's see what we can do this time. Now, which shadow have we got? I think we've got the shadow that goes off, yes. Okay. Not vastly better there. We'll have another go. Aaron C. John says, second attempt always better, but not the best indeed. Yeah, struggling at the moment. Might take me a while to get into top gear, so to speak, but that's fine. Oh, no way. What? Referee. No way was that Alf. The ball didn't go out, yes, but the car did. Okay. Oh no, again! Oh man! Another penalty. Disaster. Oh dear. Oh dear, let's have a go. Come on, come on. A 116 I've got to do better than. Blimey. Good grief. This isn't good. I had a few of these yesterday. Don't worry. No fretting. We'll get there. Oh, come on. I think my best days are Tuesday and Thursday when I don't stream. There we go, that's better. Right, now keep it clean for the rest of the lap. You're way behind at the moment. Way behind. Alright. Well, at least we're a bit up on our shadow, even though our shadow is not the best time. Oh, come on! Tell you what, I'm rubbish at this tonight. Absolutely rubbish. So I was better, but every single time I've got a penalty. Massey Edge Gamer says, no penalties, please. I know. I know. Do you know what? If I didn't have that penalty, though, I'd be about on time. Never mind. Never mind. Let's try again. I could have sworn I just saw 116 before. It's a 118. Okay, we're up again. We can keep this. We can go quicker, I think. Okay. Don't make a mistake now. Oh, don't say that. All right. I'll tell you what, I don't know how I get 2 seconds quicker, but that's how it is. That's how it is. Nevertheless, I'm a second quicker, so don't mess up here. There you go. 15, 16, into the 17s. There you go. Whew. Saved as always. My best till last. A new personal best, 0.715 seconds quicker. That's how it goes. This is the game. You keep going until you get a good score. And then you try again. Right, so let's have a look. Oh, look at that. It literally was my last go with a car. So I'm still in Group C, but I've consolidated my position in Group C. In fact, some would say I'm not that far away from getting out of Group C into Group B, but I've got to somehow knock 1.521 seconds off. I don't know how I'm going to do that. There we go. There we go. So that's the end of racing for today with that car. As always, not brilliant, not rubbish. Not brilliant. Free. I mean, do you know what? The best I've normally done is 5,000. And look at that, 3,603rd overall. I wish there was somewhere that told you how many in total players had raced. There isn't though, is there? I'd like to know that. Is it maybe if you go to... No, because it always starts at first. No, doesn't tell you. That's rubbish. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, there we go. So that's the weekly time trial. So let's have a look at this, Josie. The Porsche Cayman. The Porsche Cayman. Blimey, which Porsche is that? Have you got any more details for me? Like, for example, which... let's have a look. Which area it's in, and yeah, which area it's in, and which particular race it is that you've got a problem with. If you can just put that detail in the chat, and I'll take a look and see if there is an issue with... Sometimes there is an issue with the game, but there's always a cheeky way normally of getting through. Aaron C. John says the best I've done is top 300. Well, that's pretty good. I've never done that good. As I said, that's probably about as good as I've got. Top 3,000. Right, okay. So let's have a look at the online multiplayer tournament. Now, this is interesting because obviously in here we do have a car available for discounted upgrades. I've already got 25 out of 28, so I suspect this car came up in a sale before and I took it as far as I needed to. Now, what do I mean by needed to? Well, if we go into the motorsports garage... Well, that didn't work. Whinge, moan. So it's the Eureka. There we go. But there's only one car. There it is. First off, there's no little crown, so we know there's no exclusive series. So there's 0 point, in my humble opinion, of upgrading that car to 100%. It is in a number of series. To be fair, it's in 2. Ignore the daily race because that'll just disappear off tomorrow. So it's in Battle for Le Mans. Now this one, there's a shed loads of cars in. So you do need to own all these cars to get that to 100%. But again, you don't really need to upgrade that car that high to complete its section in this particular event. But there is a second series. And I believe this is a series that this car is in on its own. There we go. So again, I've got this up to 100%, but the final... There we go. The final cup required a minimum PR of 92.8. So it looks like I've upgraded this car specifically to just hit that and then went, right, there's no point in applying any more upgrades. So that's probably as far as I would go with that car. 25 out of 28, no more, because there is an exclusive series. Is it worthwhile doing? It does depend on where you are with those two series, how much reward you can get back, and the overall cost of the car, even with a 35% discount. But for this evening, we just need to race. And because I've got all 3 cars, and because I haven't done, up to this point, any motorsports racing, and I've just seen that the Formula E is the next track, so I don't want to be doing that, I'm just going to start initially with the McLaren 720S GT3 because it is the first race. I might do all right, and then I'll move on up. In fact, look, there we go. We've got one Eureka in the mix, so I reckon the best I can hope for is second. There you go. I'm okay with second. Apparently, though, we've got to do 3 laps of this, so... Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, no. Well, this one's not that fast. So I might get lucky. Then again, I might not. Well, that was obvious that was going to happen. Yep, I'm first of the best of the rest, but obviously the 2 LMP2 cars flying out in front. It was a bit of a risk, but I thought I'd take it. There we go, third. Aaron C. John says, it was the Melbourne before, it's perfect for you now. Yeah, Melbourne's not so good. Formula E tracks also not so good. The Monza Junior course, perfect. But I think what we'll do next is we'll move up to the Eureka, having now had a go with GT3. We got third, so we'll put some points on the scoreboard. 62 apparently. So we'll exit out of that. So we can go back in and select the Eureka. And there we go, straight away into an 8-player race. So again, it looks like there's only a couple of Eurekas in this particular race, one being mine. So personally, I should get at least second. There we go. We're at the moment, we're in first. Somebody's had a hissy fit and left. Okay, lap 1 done in first. Okay, lap 2 in first. One more lap to go. Might brake a little bit harder later this time, so I keep braking too early. That was about right. Alright. One final corner. Go, 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 go. There we go. Whoop. Careful. There we go, first. Not bad. Somebody broke their car there by the looks of it. Very rarely do you see that, or they've all stopped. like he's still racing. Blimey, we're waiting for the opponent. Oh, here we go. Here we go, at last. And, yep, confirmed as first. 95 rating points. Let's race again. Still Monza. Might be a bit harder to be matched, but there's quite a few people in the race. There we go, 8 again. A few more Eureka's. Bit of a wait. There's a few of them there. Not confirmed. 1 to go. Right. Oh, it's a great start. Okay, we're clear in second. Might have to settle for second. That's fine. Don't mind that. Couple of people having hissy fits and leaving the race. Can't improve on your position if you leave the race. Okay, it does look like I'm going to end up in second. First and second are clear of the chasing pack, so it might be waiting a bit of time for everyone else to finish. There we go. I wonder why your car is the only car that doesn't slow down after the race. I wonder if it's to show you could have actually gone this fast. Oh, that was quick. Second. What was that? 65 points. A little bit hard to see it there, isn't it? So I have to go into the green. There we go. 65. Okay. Potentially got a chance for one more race. I'm going to exit out because I don't want to do... Oof. We've got time to do Monza again. Let's do it. One more go at Monza. And then we'll move on. Come on. You got 3 minutes to find me a race. Come on. Come on. And there we go. Another 8 races. Oh dear, they've all got, apart from that poor guy at the front, and one other guy, an Eureka. Be on my best performance. Well, amazingly, I find myself at this moment in time in the lead. Plenty of time for that to change. I'm still in first, but my gap is not quite as big. There you go. Just in the lead. One more lap to go. Okay, still in the lead. There we go. There we go. Oval said, I bought the Devo and maxed it out. Oh no, you don't buy the Devo, it would have cost gold. Oh, Ozil. And says, I did the time trial whole day. I reached Group C max. I am 0.003 seconds behind Group B. Oh, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. Do you know what? What are you going to do if in the next release the Devo is available to win? I don't know. You give out this advice and everybody ignores it. Oh dear. Right, anyway, there we go. First, 96 rating points. Need to service the car. So we'll exit out of the online multiplayer tournament. Welcome along, Ozil, by the way. Good to see you again. Plump Hyperspace joins the chat. Welcome along. Says, hi, Guardian. GGS on that race. I was the little McLaren at the front. Ooh. There you go. Well done. Guest appearance in the online multiplayer tournament by Plump Hyperspace. Look at that. I'm up at 8 gold. I'm happy with that. I've got Group C 50 gold in the weekly time trial. So that's not bad. That's a good start to the evening. Plenty of gold coming my way on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So tonight, in terms of series, let's start with Road Collection and go to what should have been the marquee car of this release. The McLaren Solus GT. They really do need to change that name. In the Hyperdrive series, you see there, I'm at 74%. So, do you know what? I'm going to be a bit sneaky. I'm going to do the speed snap. I'm going to do the speed snap, see how we get on. Oh dear, badly. Oh, that's got to be close. That's got to be close. Fourth. Good grief. Referee. I could have sworn that were going to be close. Well, you know what? Look at that. From first to fourth, 0.33 seconds. Wow, that's nothing. Let's try that again. What do I have to do? 174.6. It's gone up. Oh, no, it's gone down. Oh, yeah, there we go. Should be all right then. No, because I get 174 also. No! And so I get second. Ozil says, I won't do anything. I would get other cars. I would have 1,100 plus by the end of the season. Okay. You fell for it again, though, didn't you? Plump Hyperspace says, was chasing for 7 gold only, needed 9 points down to only 4 gold now, need to get back up. Well, sometimes what happens is you've almost got to do that because you'll have dropped, but now your rating will be down and you'll probably race against people at a similar level and you probably jump right back up again. There is a strategy to that. It's not just doing this. You sort of got to do that, I find. But normally, the best I've ever done is 10 goals. So getting to 8 in one session is a rarity for me. So I'm like, 8 goals, fine. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Ozil says, I got another exclusive series too. I just forgot. Yeah, well, yeah, because you maxed out the whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called now. What's it called? You maxed out the Devo. Deary me. I don't know. Right, so I've got to do this again because I messed up there. I only got second. Fortunately, got a bit of time to get this right. I might have even already got 75%, but I want to make absolutely certain. There you go. First it is 175.18. That would not have been enough in the first race, but in the third race, it is enough. There we go. So I'm not going to be able to take this series to 100% unless I upgrade the car, and I'm not going to do that. My suspicion, being one of the newer cars in the game, either in next release or the release after, I am sure this will be the top car in either the online multiplayer tournament or the weekly time trial, and I'm therefore sure the car will have discounts available on further upgrades. But we will do what we can to take this series as far as we can. Now, it says 97.2. The car is at 97.3. So this will be, tier 17 at the moment will be the last tier that I can fully complete. But I might be able to get all the way to tier 20. I just won't be able to do any more of the cups. But we've got 2 races to do and 4 races available to me. So yeah, I think we can take this all the way to tier 20 and just have the cups from tier 18 through to tier 20 left to do. So we'll do the head-to-head first. Lime Rock Park. I still like this car. Definitely enjoyed racing this car. Will be sad to put this back in the garage. And it's things like that you can do with this car. Just glide around the sharp corners without the skidding. Thought that might have been the sharp corner then, but I was wrong. There we go, look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. Head to head, 1 lap, 1. Wonderful. Plump Hyperspace says, I only have the McLaren, but I do have it maxed out. My best is 9 gold at the moment. Well, you know what? That McLaren's okay. That McLaren's not bad, especially if it's maxed out. It just obviously lacks that top speed that the other 2 cars have got. So if you'd got that up to 6 and you were pushing 7, probably that's as good as you're going to get. You might get up to 8 tops, I'd say. Ozil says, I got the Devo, Centodici and the Jesco. Absolute. Devo and the Solus GT in one season. Not bad. Still will be left with 1,000 gold plus. Not a bad start. It is good. It is good, but it could have been better because you could have not spent the money buying the Devo. I bet that still cost you 500 gold. I don't know. I don't know. And says the grip is goated. In this car, the grip is good. The grip is good. And I do prefer a car with a slower top speed if I've got grip. So I love this car. Right, okay, so still got a bit of racing with this. Now, the speed record, I did attempt it and I got 5th because I didn't follow my own advice. So this time, I am going to. And what I'm going to do is start from behind the start line because the fastest part of the track is right at the end of this long straight. I think I've got to get to something like 215 though, so it is a big ask. Oh, don't hit the car. Oh, I'm going to smash my car up there. I'm going to go all the way back here before turning. Because let's go. Okay. So I've got to get, I think I've got to get to about 215 miles per hour. Okay, there you go, 5th. 4th, oh no. Oh, look at that, I only got 4th. Car just can't hit that 215, at least not when I'm behind the wheel. Now again, if you ever get stuck on things like this, always remember that when you're online you end up racing against human opponents that typically set faster top speeds than computer opponents. So what I would normally do is simply take this game into an offline mode, restart the game and attempt this again, knowing that the top speed would be a computer opponent, and I'd probably get first then. But obviously that's a little bit hard to do when you're streaming and you have to be online. It's not impossible, there is a way of doing it, but it is a bit faffing, so I'm not into faffing right now. Look at that. I only got 4th, yeah, 4th. So an improvement of 1 space on 5th. Okay, so we're going to leave that there. I will probably do that one off stream so I can put it into an offline mode and get to first. But what we will do is the Melbourne Cup race, which is 4 laps. Now that might be quite hard getting into first place. Ozil says they spent 460 gold. Oh, ow, ow. Yeah, see, yeah, your eyes were bigger than your belly, so to speak. I know it's not food, but it's the equivalent. So what's happened there is you can never get that 460 gold back. That's the problem. Whereas the Devo will probably be on a sale. You'd have been better spending that gold winning a car. And therefore not spending any money buying it. Yes, I'm telling you off there, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. But you've done wrong. You haven't been efficient with your gold. Oh, good grief. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God. Well, that was a disaster. Let's quit that and try that again. Because I'm not going to win. And I've still got enough. Oh, no, I haven't. Ah, oh, how about that? Well, not to worry. We got to 75%. And we will have this series back on Friday. Although there won't be any gold to earn. And maybe what I'll do is I'll avoid... What do I need? I need one. I'll avoid doing the Melbourne. And come back to it at another point. Plump Hyperspace is currently grinding to buy the Oka for 1.6 million M dollars. Well, you see, that's fine because it's M dollars. I don't have a problem with stuff like that. Any car that's M dollars, any car that's R dollars, no problem whatsoever paying full price. But when it's gold, first rule, try to avoid buying cars for gold. Sometimes you have to do it, but keep it to the absolute minimum. Most cars that are gold are usually gold because you could have won them in some sort of event. And it's just a case whether or not the flashback event gets brought into the next release. So it's only gonna put level 1 upgrade on it for now, getting my gold back up after maxing the Tesco Absolute? The Jesco Absolute. Right, okay, that's fine. Ozil says, now don't give me regret, reminding me again and again. Well, you know, I'm going to remind you if you don't listen to me advice. And Plump Hyperspace says, Jesco Absolute, I meant. Yep, I did figure that out. So don't worry. And Ozil says, I mean, we are giving the most expensive things in the world to this game, our time. So why cry about goal? We won't be getting out time. We won't be getting back anytime soon. There will be bigger things to cry about. Well, as I said, when you're starting off the game, it's all about maxing the use of gold. That is all I'm saying. That's the approach. Obviously, when you're a little bit further on in terms of the game, you can do different things. But I think I would always avoid buying a car for gold. Like, for example, let's have a look. Where is it? In Legend, I've got two cars that I need. Now, I could just apply a 20% discount and purchase the BMW M1. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait for that, hopefully that car's event, a flashback event, to come back into the game. And I'm definitely going to wait for the other car that I don't currently own in this series, which is, there we go, the Ferrari FXXK Evo. Now, I reckon it's more than likely that car will have a flashback event at some point in the future. Also, look how expensive it is. So, yeah, definitely want to be winning that car, not buying that car. And it's the same for the likes of the Devo as well, in my humble opinion. Right, okay, so that's that series done. Just got another chance of completing a series now in Legend, going all the way across. So in last week's online multiplayer tournament, this car had discounts. So I already owned the car, so I fully upgraded it and opened up its exclusive series, which I haven't even touched yet. But it also gave me the opportunity of completing this series. The car is in. The car in question is the Porsche 935 2019. Yes, I'm going to give it a go. So it's the Daytona International Speedway. Not my favourite track. 4 laps. Just about enough to get first. Let's see how we get on. Now, I do think I probably want to be in at least 6th by the end of lap 1 if I'm going to win this. So, that'll help. There we go. Already in position 6, and I reckon I can push up now to 4th. Could have pushed up to 4th. There we go, 4th. That's fine. But this car's a bit skiddy. Okay. So the question is, do I zoom across the grass? Let's give it a go for one. There you go. Into third. So I reckon that guarantees me the opportunity of getting first. Now with this car being fully upgraded, durability is doubled. So I reckon I can do a 4-lap race around this track and have durability left on the car. And I might need it. Oh dear. So hopefully then do the other series, but I probably need to focus a little bit more if I'm actually going to get first, because yeah, that was a disaster. Yeah, so the grip on this car is not the best, having just driven the McLaren Solus GT. So I sort of need to remember that. Nevertheless, I'm in fourth and I've got 2 laps, and I'll probably get third again. There we go. So this time I need not to make any mistakes. I can get 1 car per lap, but it does require no errors. Okay. The thing to always remember is the other guy in front has this very same car, so he's going to have the very same problems in terms of driving it. And the only reason why he's in front of me is because he started in second. Oh, come on. Oh no, it's a disaster. Well, maybe I won't do this one. Well, we'll keep on going. Keep on going. Oh, Jesus, this car. Right, so I'm not going to complete this series today. So this will be back on Friday. But to be fair, the only reason why I can't complete it is all down to myself making errors. But it's my own fault. But this car is tough to drive. But I have blown it now, and I'm not going to restart. Just let it flow, suffer the pain of defeat. Yep, so I'm going to have to make do with third on this. I will do the other cup though, because I think I will have durability left on the car. But overall, that's a bit disappointing. Ozil says, yeah, emotions took over me one time and it won't never happen again. What do you mean you've done that twice now? Oh. You've done that twice now. There we go. You see, look. Opportunity to do another race. And now I'm not going to do the Daytona again. We're going to leave that there, and we'll have 2 attempts potentially on Friday. But what I will do is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. Now this is a better track, and that is a road course at a speedway, and it's 5 laps as well, so it's 1 lap more. I expect I can do a lot better than what I did at Daytona. I just struggle with Daytona, less so with Indianapolis, I hope. But let's go. Don't need to rush around overtaking these guys. The other thing about this track is, whereas on Daytona I don't think there's loads of overtaking opportunities, every part of this track is an overtaking opportunity. But I'm not even trying them up to 5th. Perfect position. 5th on the first lap in a 5-lap race. You can do the math. There we go, 4th. Now, here's a question for you. Do we think if I just leave the acceleration on, this car will slide as we go round this very fast corner here? Let's find out. No, wow, okay. I thought it might have been touch and go, but there we go. Going to 2nd on lap 2. As I said, it's looking good for the win. If only I'd have done better at Daytona. And as I said, those errors were mine. Should have been able to win, but I did mess up quite a few times. This track is more forgiving, I find, with this type of car. Daytona just isn't. There we go, into 1st before the end of lap 2. I wouldn't be surprised if I catch back markers. Now that I'm in the lead, I'm not feeling like I'm having to push hard, so nice bit of casual driving of the remaining 3 laps, hopefully. Unfortunately, no gold to be had, but we'll set this one up for Friday. Very easily in 1st, 400 yards ahead of 2nd, 2 more laps to go. Oh, if only this was the opportunity to take another series to 100%. Never mind. There we go. Now it looks like I'm being caught, but I think it's just due to the this long straight. There we go, look at that. 500 yards ahead of 2nd. Make that 600. Final lap. lost it there. Push. There you go. Final part of the final lap. Oh, almost lost it there. Oof. There we go. So that's the first at last, but it isn't the series completed, but it will be the end of this car for today, and we've been racing for an hour, so that's not bad. I mean, overall a good thing. So 75% on the previous series, nice bit of gold on the online multiplayer tournament, consolidated my position in Group C. I love saying that. It hides the fact that I failed to get into Group B. And we've almost taken this series to 100%. Again, hiding the fact that I failed to do that. So that'll be back on Friday. Now we've still got quite a bit of racing to do, because, in case you haven't heard me say it, we've got quite a few exclusive series open. So again, I'm going to be doing 4 exclusive series. Starting with the Nissan 370Z Nismo brackets Z34 close brackets. That name rolls off the tongue. Fortunately, I've just got the quick races to do and I'm at 88%. So we'll start with the Speed Snap and take it from there. And if we run into any difficulties, we'll just... well, we'll figure it out. There's a couple of things I can do. Now, I think the key with this is it is the speedway, and I think I've slowed down, so I don't think I need to slow down going around this corner. There you go, there you go, there you go. And that's the error I made on Monday. So easily first that time. When you know what you're doing, it's easy. But when you don't know what you're doing, it's hard. Right, okay. So Tier 9 Autocross Mount Panorama. Now the problem is that's up the mountain and back down again. It's normally one of the longest autocrosses in the game. 1 minute I've got to do this in. Let's see if we can. Now, these cars that I've upgraded didn't have cells on them, but I'm now in a position in the game whereby the weekly event to win a car, I've already got the car, and quite often the discounted upgrades on the cars are for cars that I've already got fully upgraded. So all that's happening for myself is I'm accruing gold. So it means I can go back to some of the earlier series and start completing those series by upgrading the cars. And these cars don't cost quite as much to upgrade, but when gold is tight, it's always better spending your money elsewhere. But I've got money not doing anything, so I want it out there earning my victories. And as you can see there, I've still got 2,600 gold, and I'm going to be spending some gold at the end of this stream as well, ready for Friday. And I'm still going to have 2,500 gold, I reckon, ish, kind of, maybe. Okay, 92%. On to tier 11. Speed Snap at Motorcycle Course of Daytona. Problem with this? It probably isn't a problem, actually, because I suspect it will be the long straight. Oh no, it isn't. Okay, so there is a knack to how you get around this corner then, so you can accelerate as early as possible. And I've messed that up. Okay, not to worry. We'll try that again. So that's how you don't do the knack, and let's show you now how you do it. If you believe that, you believe out. Let's try again. Oh, messing up again. No, no, that's good, that's good. Was it enough though? Was it enough? It was enough. There we go. First. It was close. There we go. So we're doing all right here. We're going to get this one done, I think. So more gold coming my way, which just means more gold to spend without probably dropping below 2,500 gold, which in the game is unheard of. For me, anyway. Right, so we're at 94%. We've only got 3 races to do. A speed snap, an autocross, and a drag race. Let's get these done. So we'll do the drag race first. Sometimes the problem with the drag race is getting that first place, because they're all human opponents. So the problem with, it's a copy of a human opponent, so their start is always perfect, whereas your start never is. Because you're reacting. Although that wasn't bad. So at least I'm going to get third. Let's try again. This time for second. Not as quite as good a start that time. Good enough though to get first in the second leg. So on to the final. This is for first place. Oh yes. There we go. So that's one of the 3 short races done. Let's have a look. Melvin Lee says, do you know EA News? Not really. And but welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the question, or at least asking a question that I couldn't answer. Racing Industry says, just train your reaction time. I'm an old man. Got no reaction time. It gets worse as you get older. I've got to use cunning and sly to win at this game now. Welcome along as also, and thank you for saying hello in the chat. Right, okay, so there we go. Tier 14 onto autocross. It's at Melbourne. 31 seconds is what I've got to do it in. Let's see what we can do. Not a big fan of this track. Any track that's just got barriers I'm not a fan of. Mainly because I hate the barriers. Although, to be fair, the reason why I'm not a fan of this particular track is it's just too tight when you're doing two abreast racing. It's literally like you bump into every car. But at least it's not as bad as the Formula E tracks where you've got 180 turns, which are just silly. Just silly. Right, there we go. That's the autocross done. On to the final race for this particular series, the Speed Snap at Brands Hatch. Okay, I can live with that. I think I know where this is. 143 miles per hour I've got to beat. That's a pretty looking car. Somebody spent a lot of time getting that decoration sorted out. I messed that up. Got a bit of time to get this right though. Do you know what? I wasn't too far off. 142. But that's only fourth. No problem. Let's try that again. Oh, I did the wrong... Pressed the wrong button there by accident. Or rather the wrong part of the screen. Nevertheless, let's try it again. What have we got to do this time? 142.6. Right. Not so fast at the beginning of this corner, so I can accelerate out earlier. There we go. There we go. That's first. That's that exclusive series completed. Quite enjoyed the 370Z Nismo. That's a nice little car to drive. I say little. There we go, 20 gold, 40,000 odd dollars, 100% completed. I will, even though it doesn't need servicing, let's have a look how bad it is. No, I'll leave it where it is. It'll be fine. Okay, that is another series completed. Have we increased the completion on exclusive overall? Nope. What about road collection overall? Nope. All right. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Oops, what happened there? So look, again, back into the exclusive series. This time, it's onto the Alfa Romeo. Again, badly named car. 155 V6 Ti. Intention here for this evening is to take this series above 75%. And then we'll just carry on going and see how far we can go. Ozil said, "Oh, I thought you would be at least 400 giving, so godly advices." Cheeky. 400. 400 what? I thought you would be at least 400. Oh, right. Oh, oh, he's asking Racing Industries. Right, okay, so tier 1. Tier 1, all we've got to do is the autocross at Laguna Seca. Got to do it in 29 seconds. Now this car's a bit weird, it's a little bit robust. So you can really knock it around the park. And it doesn't mind. Question is, can I get 29 seconds? There we go, I think so. 28 seconds, first place. Okay, tier 4, we're at 70%. It's a speed snap at Indianapolis. That's fine, I don't mind this one. Will be high, 133 miles per hour. Now again, this is another one where you've got to do it right around the final corner so you can accelerate out of it. I don't think I got anywhere near 128, and I've got to get to 133, and I'm only 5th. Okay, plenty of work to be had there. We'll have a couple of goes. I'm not far off getting to 2nd. Try again. There we go. Now, in fairness, that dropped all the way down, didn't it? And then I was able to get all the way up. There we go. First. So 72% I think I'll be at. Right, so head to head, tier 6, Brands Hatch again. Brands Hatch is popular tonight. There we go, just in the lead, extending that lead, first place. Okay, I've got to read this out, this is funny. So Aaron C. John has said, there is an easy way to do drag races. I don't know how to explain it. We can always get the reaction time perfect. So Ozil goes, Aaron, how? And Aaron C. John says, I'll try to explain. So he puts, after the first 2 red lights are on, you have to pause and unpause and do it until you see the green light. Then position your hand so you click launch after unpausing. It will only be clear if you see it done. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. The thing is, though, it's almost like doing this. You know, Ham in Toy Stories, when he goes, no, it's quicker to go round. It's like one of those things. For me, I just react, and either I win or I don't. But again, if you're struggling to do a drag race, it's probably because you're racing against copies of human opponents that have the perfect start in a drag race. So the best opportunity is just to be racing computer opponents. So even though they do have the perfect start, they're always slower. So, you know, another opportunity if you're struggling, take the game offline. You get slower opponents. There we go, 74%. On to tier 7. I'm going to do Speed Snap at the Dynamic Circuit at the Porsche test track. Now, I'm not a fan of this track because it's single lane, but it's only my car. This is one of those things where you've got to get it right, accelerating out. There you go, 84 miles per hour. That was quite easy in the end. There we go, 75%. So, Tier 8, Autocross, National Circuit at Circuit of the Americas. Now, we're doing a lot of quick races here, but I do think there are some one lap races such as speed records and head-to-head, so I might have a look for those first, get them done, and then go back to the quick races. "29 seconds I've got to get to. I think I'm going to be alright. There we go. Okay, there we go. So that's another first. Still got plenty of durability left. I wonder if there's an outside chance of getting to 100% as well. Let's, here we go. And as if by magic, Tier 9 has 2 one-lap races. So we'll start with the head-to-head at the Hill Circuit at Dubai. Got the corner, inside corner, there we go. Into first. Sorry, Ayaka, I'll punch you out the way. But it is only a copy of you, not the real you. There we go. Another first. Another head-to-head completed. Onto the speed record. Do you know what? I might be getting this series up to 100%, you know. Because we're flying through these. Let's have a look at what... maybe not. Maybe we won't. I don't know, you know. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get all the one-lap wonders done and see what's left. 184.1. I think what we're going to have to do is make absolutely certain again and start from way back behind the start line. I just read that as 184. That's quite high. It looks like the car can do it. $170 already. Yeah, I got to 180. Let's go. Big question is, will I get to 184 before crossing the finish line? I mean, it's too late now anyway, but... One, two, three, four, just. It's always good to make absolutely certain. Got to 186. Do you know what? I am just going to go left to right. See how far we get. Right, okay, there we go. That is another race completed. It might be touch and go getting this 200%, which I hadn't planned on doing today. There we go. Job done. Another first. We're currently at 1 hour 29 of streaming as well. I was feeling really tired at the beginning of this stream, but I seem to have woken up. Speed snap. Ugh. Go, foot down. Not to worry, we can get this done. 133, 138 to do. Let's try again. Oh, it's already dropped to 136. $135 there, so closer. Still only fourth. Let's try again. Okay, I do need to get to 136 then. Fine. Like that, there you go, look at that, 141. What a difference doing it right makes. Okay. Durability is going a bit low now though, so I don't think I'm going to get to 100%. Okay, so next on the list, Tier 12, a head-to-head at the motorcycle course at Daytona. At least it's only a head-to-head. Not my favourite track. Let's see how we get on. I also don't like the start, the rolling start. Not a fan. Yep. Is it possible I could lose a head-to-head? Looks that way. Speaking of head-to-head, that's exactly where we are. Look at that. Okay. Tier 13, autocross at the national circuit at Circuit de Catalunya. 24 seconds. Do you know, this is another car, as I said, I've enjoyed racing. It's a little bit nippy. It's a little bit stocky. But as cars go, it's quite robust to drive. Watch me make it slide now. Just to prove me wrong. There you go. And you know what? It's even a little bit nippy. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to quite get to 100%. But this series, this car will return on Friday. So there we go. Tier 14, Speed Snap first at Formula E track. 94 miles per hour. I don't like these tracks. I think I just missed out there. I mean, it says fourth, but I think I was pretty close to getting first. Let's have a look. There you go. You see, look at that. Pretty close. In fact, I was joint in terms of time with third. Whew. Let's give that another go. Messed up completely. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I got first. There we go. Ozil says, goodbye, Guardian. Take care. Sweet dreams. And to you, get a good night's sleep. Don't be spending any more money, any more gold, specifically, on very expensive cars, even if they've got a big discount on them, please. Start winning your cars. Yay. Right. Next up, speed record around Melbourne. Now, again, this is another track where the fastest part of the track is, in my humble opinion, just after at the end of the straight, after the start line. So I'm going to go and start from way back here. And apparently that's allowed, so that's what I'm going to do. See, nowhere near getting that. And the finish line, there we go. 140 miles per hour, top speed. In the bag. Setting this series up for 100% completion on Friday. There we go. That being said, that was pretty close to the top speed just there. But it wasn't. There we go. Ozil says, yes, sure, noted. Good. Right, okay, we are almost out of durability on this car, so yeah, not going to get to 100%, which is fine. This series will be back, and I think it will be brief, on Friday. Okay, next up, autocross at Le Mans. 45 seconds. Whoop. Well, that was a bit rough and ragged, but there we go, first. Now, I think the durability of this car will be, there we go, negative. We'll service it. This will be back on Friday. Okay, so next up is the Nissan Silvia S15 R3 spec. Just got to get it over 50%. So what are we going to do? I think what we're going to do is have a look for elimination. Have we done all the eliminations? I think we've done all the eliminations. No, there's one there. Yeah, there's one there. So we'll finish off the eliminations to do, and then we'll do one lap specials. I can't find it now. Where's it gone? There it is. Road course at Indianapolis. 8 cars go in, 1 car comes out. Hopefully, it'll be mine. right, managed to get out of last place. Let's make our way up through the rest of the cars into fourth. Should get third at this corner. Maybe second at this corner. Almost first at the following corner. There we go. Go. 4 cars left in the battle. There we go. 3 cars left in the battle. Guaranteed podium position. Want that first spot though. There we go. First. Alright. So I think that takes us up to 46%. There we go. So next up, I think we'll do, let's do the speed record at the Nürburgring. Not entirely sure if I were the fastest part of the circuit is on this one. I haven't done it that many times, so let's just go around and have a go. Yeah, I reckon it's, yeah. I reckon it's the long straight, so I probably should have started from behind. Start line. Oh no, there we go. Did manage to get first. That's okay. Was a bit worried there. 48%. So I think on these two, because we're coming up to the 2-hour mark, we'll just hit the 50% and 25%, get the rewards, and then we're going to have to spend some gold ready for Friday. I'm not going to do the head-to-head. I'll focus on the speed records. Right, this is for 50%. Speed record at the dynamic circuit Porsche test track. Again, I'll just go round, see what happens, see where we end up. And if we don't get first, then we know we've got to start from well behind the start line. On the other hand, we might just get first, cause a bit of damage to the car. We've got Eric to bash out any dents in it. I mean, honestly, it looks like they've just stuck on some bits and pieces anyway, so. There we go. Job done. Hopefully that's 50% achieved and more gold. $10 gold. Not to be sniffed at. 2,660 gold. We'll leave that series there. That will be back on Friday. Next up, Bentley. We only need one race. We're at 24%. So let's just do the elimination at the club circuit, at Circuit of Americas. This will technically be the last race if I do get to 25%, but we'll have a look at setting up some more racing in some more series. Unfortunately, that does mean spending some gold. It also means spending some R dollars, which is quite nice. And in fairness, that's the main reason why I'm spending that money this evening, because R dollar upgrades take a period of time to be applied. That was a bit ugly. Never lend me your Bentley, it'll come back with dents in it. Nevertheless, into first. Podium guaranteed. Be nice to get that first place spot though. There we go. Don't think I can be caught now. First place. John enters the chat, waves his hand, saying hi. Welcome along, John. Good to see you again. The Adventures of Two Dogs, Valentine and George, makes a return and says, I see you're still cutting corners. Well, yes. All part of the fun. And there we go. That is hopefully the final series up to the completion level that I wanted, which in this one is 25%, which means a bit of gold. Not much. 8 gold. Not to be sniffed at. There we go. Total gold 2,668. Now I'm going to be spending some gold now, but I need to look up because I can't remember the cars, so it might take me a bit to find them. Let me have a look. I made a note. Where are you? Right, okay, so let's create a bit of space. Okie dokie. So the first car that I'm going to be upgrading, if we come out of here, is again my continuation to try and complete some of the early series. So we've got Pro at the moment at 99%. And if we scroll across, there's one series that isn't at 100%, and it is the Vintage Track Classics. Now, if we go into this, and we go to 23.9, the car that we can take up to 23.9 is the Ferrari 500 TRC. This is a little bit on the expensive side, not massively, but we're looking at spending, what is it in total? 146 gold. Now, I don't think there's an easy way of doing this. Yeah. So even though I'm upgrading the engine, the point is by doing the engine, afterwards there's an R dollar upgrade. And as you can see there, that adds 0.8. So my view after doing the engine for 2 upgrades is just to apply the cheapest ones, which I think are not the drivetrain at 55. Not the body at 46. Suspension is 50, so body cheapest at the moment. Brakes is 40. Shall we do that? Let's hold off on doing that. So that's not as cheap as suspension, is it? No, as body. So we've got 0.7 and 0.6. So that's 1.3 plus 0.8. I need another upgrade. So I'm saying 146. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can do this. I should have made notes, I didn't. I reckon that might be a better upgrade. So we've got 0.8, so 21.7 is actually 22.5. 22.5, we need 1.4. 1.4. So body isn't the best. Body isn't the best. What did I spend then? What did I calculate to make it 146? Did I just pick the 2 cheapest ones? I think I did, didn't I? Which wouldn't quite work. I don't think that works. 20, I mean, in fairness, I can probably leave that until the key was applying the engine. So we'll leave that there. So that car will be available to race on Friday. We're not rushing to doing that. We'll have a look. I'll have a look at that on screen. Won't do any further upgrades, but we'll obviously look on Friday to finish that upgrade off. Now, the other car that I was looking at upgrading was actually then moving on to the next series, the Expert series. And I was looking at doing the Aston Martin V12 Vantage S. So let's scroll across. Now, the series this is in is at 100%. So the reason why I was looking at upgrading it is because it has an exclusive series. And as you see there, I've got 19 out of 30. Now, this car in total is going to cost me 217 gold. But what I wanted to do today was, as you can see there, we've got both the engine and the body that has got a number of upgrades to apply, which means, again, R dollars. So we'll get them in. Same there. And get that R dollar in. The other thing I'll do, ready for Friday, is I'll just apply the upgrades that I can. And then this car will be ready to race potentially on Friday. We might not actually do this, but I will obviously show the fact that we've fully upgraded the car, ready to complete its exclusive series. There we go. And look at that. At the moment, I'm still just under 2,500 gold. I think that's a good position for Friday's racing, and we're going to have plenty of series to race in, and plenty of exclusive series. And then obviously on top of that, we might have a look at the weekly time trial and the online multiplayer tournament as well. So even though it's a little bit quiet on the event side within the game, still plenty of opportunity to move that percentage completion across. In fact, look at that. Road collection has now gone up to 84%. Lance7 enters the chat. Welcome along. Asks, which car is better on downforce, the Volkswagen IDR or a Formula One car? Well, I tell you what, I think it's round one of the corners at Spa-Francorchamps. The IDR can literally go round almost all of that track without braking. I think there's 5 braking points. So hopefully that gives you an indication of how good the Volkswagen IDR is at going around corners without braking. I couldn't believe some of the corners you could take without braking. Now, sometimes what you've got to do is maybe release the acceleration, but yeah, that car is insane. That car is insane. Now, obviously I'm not an expert, so don't consider my opinion the be all and end all. But in terms of driving the Volkswagen IDR, that's just crazy in terms of how it handles the corners. I mean, it shouldn't surprise you. It's got a spoiler on the back of it, the size of a block of flats. So that shouldn't come as a big surprise. Okay, there we go. That is the end of racing for this evening. Again, there won't be a stream tomorrow, but there will be one on Friday. And as before, or as it was yesterday, there'll be another roller coaster video going up. But I'll be back live streaming this game on Friday. Right, there we go. Game off screen. So, yeah, not too bad piece of racing. I think the big news there for me is taking the completion of the road collection up a percentage now to 84%. Only 16% to go. Can't help but think that's going to take 16 months. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I did say my priority was getting that road collection completion up to 100%. We're just over a year away from it. Right, okay. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up or a like. And if you'd like to see more of this type of content, then please look to subscribe to the channel, The Fifth Guardian, or on YouTube, that is, or follow the channel, The Fifth Guardian, on Rumble. Right, let me find my mouse. There we go. Right, with that being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one. It's getting a little bit cold here. So, yeah, I'll be putting a couple of layers off, I think, after this, because it's definitely getting cold in the evenings now. Yeah, so hope to see you on Friday. So until then, thank you very much, and goodbye.